Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalay, and today I'm considering a topic that I've debated talking on because I'm only kind of halfway through the series, and it's a bit of an embarrassment to talk about it. But today I'd like to talk about Californication. It's a Showtime show that has concluded. I now have the ability, as I enjoy to do occasionally, to watch the entirety of the show. I'm choosing to do it on Netflix. You can choose a wide variety of other ways to watch it. And I reflect that I can't, in all good conscience, give a recommendation for this program. It's particularly curious, and really it resonates with two aspects of my life that I would like to explore. The first is associated with my time in Los Angeles. I really like LA. And here I'm talking about LA. Talking about, well, maybe the western part of LA, but still Los Angeles. I spent a month in LA when I was maybe 13, maybe 14. It was kind of an awakening experience for me. Made me realise that I had to get out of Australia and that the problems that I saw in Australia were unique to Australia and didn't exist in LA. And in addition to this, I felt an immense sense of creative freedom in LA. Sadly, I've not gone back to LA to live. I've visited it periodically, but every time I visit it, I'm left with the emotion that I really should spend more time there. In addition to this, Californication also focuses on writing and agents. Two things that I think are almost antiquated in modern society. I think in terms of the timing of the show, I think it stopped recording, I don't know, maybe 2, maybe 4 years ago. I'm not really sure of the concluding dates for Californication. But the nature of interaction between a writer and their agent is something that I saw with my parents. And it's something almost romantic for me, this notion that people can actually make a living writing. And make a living writing as a craft and an art and something that people can come to and enjoy. My current perspective associated with this profession and the production of this profession is relatively low. And for this reason, I find Californication almost like a romantic perspective, associated with a kind of yesteryear when people did write and did make money through their writing and did have agents that could take 10% and actually make a comfortable living through that as well. Now, fundamentally, and this is why I can't in all good conscience recommend Californication, there's a lot of soap opera stuff. Vast quantity of nudity, which I'm not particularly concerned about, but the soap opera nature of it makes me feel a little uneasy recommending it. The characters are not multidimensional. Occasionally they have some degree of depth, but really you have like neutral characters that are implicitly evil, and, you know, some movement in between these things. The women in the show, or at least the female characters that play for extended periods of time, are of a mixed bag, but a majority of them tend to be manipulative and almost downright evil. The main character, played by David Duchovny, is really naive to the point of almost being stupid, but he has an amazing eloquence to him, which I think is redeeming. I wouldn't recommend this to everyone. I certainly think that it's more mental floss than it is mental substance. But for the past few weeks, when I've needed to watch a lot of content for a period of time, Californication has been there. It's been a show that I've shared with my wife. Funnily enough, most of the densest nudity occurs when my wife is watching it with me, and I feel it is relatively inoffensive. It has given me a final thought, and that is that I really need to spend quality time with my wife, reassuring her and making sure that our relationship is just like at the highest point it can possibly be. This is a program that fundamentally deals with relationship neglect, and accidental relationship neglect, where people just take others for granted. And I think if anything I have taken away from this show is that I need to spend a lot of quality time just talking and laughing and spending good company with my wife. Through recording these podcasts, my wife is not always there. She's typically there when I'm editing the podcast, but it's still a remote thing. And I thought very critically associated with the main characters, the main male characters in particular, in Californication, and how they just completely waste the luxuries and opportunities that they have through their own stupidity. And in that light, it really is a morality play of the 15th century, wrapped up in a whole lot of pseudo-modernity. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.